Are you making travel plans? Before you step on that plane, there are some things you really need to know. These flight secrets aren't just trivia. They can save you time, money, and even your health. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be flying smarter than ever. And hey, if you love travel tips like these, don't forget to subscribe to Epic Voyage for more insider advice that airlines won't tell you. Chapter 1. What you never knew about the oxygen masks. You've probably seen the safety demo where they tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. But here's something most passengers don't know. Those oxygen masks only provide about 12 to 15 minutes of oxygen. That sounds short, but it's usually enough time for the pilot to bring the plane to a lower altitude where you can breathe normally again. If a mask ever drops, put it on immediately. Every second counts. Don't waste time looking around or trying to film the moment. Hypoxia or lack of oxygen can kick in quickly, and you might not even realize you're losing consciousness. Chapter 2. Why you should never drink coffee or tea on a flight. This might surprise you, but flight attendants often avoid the coffee and tea on flights. Why? Because the water used to make them doesn't come from bottled sources. It's from the onboard water tanks, which aren't cleaned as frequently as you'd think. In fact, studies by the EPA have shown high levels of bacteria in airline water supplies. Some airlines rank better than others, but the risk is real enough that many flight crews bring their own drinks on board. Stick to bottled beverages when you can. Your stomach will thank you. Chapter 3. Avoiding the airplane bathroom during certain times. You may have noticed that right after boarding or just before landing, airplane bathrooms are usually very busy. But these are actually the worst times to use them. Right after boarding, they've just been cleaned, but that often means a rushed surface-level wipe down. And right before landing, they're at their dirtiest after hours of use. If possible, try to go mid-flight when things are a little less hectic. Bring your own hand sanitizer and avoid touching surfaces as much as possible. If you're planning a long-haul flight, using the bathroom before boarding is your best strategy. Chapter 4. The tray table. Truth. Airlines don't want you to know. Let's talk about something that's right in front of you, literally. The tray table. Most people think nothing of pulling it down and eating off of it, placing their phone or laptop on it, or even resting their head there during a nap. But here's the truth. Tray tables are one of the dirtiest surfaces on a plane. Flight attendants have admitted they're rarely cleaned thoroughly between flights. In fact, studies have shown more bacteria on tray tables than even the airplane bathroom flush button. Some passengers have changed diapers on them, others sneeze or cough directly onto them, and most of the time they're wiped with the same cloth used to clean multiple seats. If you must use the tray table, wipe it down with disinfectant wipes first, or better yet, try not to use it at all. Chapter 5. Never take off your shoes during a flight. Sure, it's tempting to kick off your shoes and relax, especially on long flights. But flight attendants will tell you this is a bad idea. First of all, the floor of the cabin is filthy. Even if it looks clean, there are often crumbs, spilled drinks, and bodily fluids, yes, really, that are simply wiped up, not deeply cleaned. If there's turbulence and you spill your drink or need to use the bathroom in a hurry, bare or socked feet can be a problem. Also, in case of an emergency evacuation, you might need to move quickly across rough or hot surfaces. Always wear shoes during takeoff, landing, and whenever you're not fully seated. Chapter 6. The hidden reason. Airlines dim the lights at night. Ever wondered why airlines dim the cabin lights during takeoff and landing at night? It's not just to help you sleep, it's actually a safety precaution. If there's an emergency and the lights suddenly go out, your eyes will already be adjusted to the dark. That helps you see the emergency floor lights or signs more clearly and move quickly in low light conditions. So the next time the lights go down, remember, it's not just for ambience, it's for your safety. Chapter 7. Why you shouldn't lean on the window. If you're a window seat kind of person, this one's for you. It might seem cozy to lean your head against the side of the plane, but you might want to think twice. Like tray tables, airplane windows are rarely sanitized. They've had thousands of heads, hands, and germs on them before you. Flight attendants even joke that you don't want to know what people do when they think no one's watching. Bring a neck pillow instead, and if you still want to rest against the window, at least cover it with a clean scarf or clothing. Chapter 8. The truth about air vents. Use them. You might think turning off the air vent above your seat makes the ride more comfortable, but those vents can actually protect you. The air from the vents can help create a barrier that keeps airborne germs away from your breathing space. In fact, many doctors recommend leaving them on, pointing them directly in front of your face. Combine that with a mask if you're especially concerned, and you'll have a better chance of avoiding the infamous airplane cold. Chapter 9. That blanket and pillow, they might not be clean. On long flights, airlines often provide blankets and pillows. They're sealed in plastic, so they must be clean, right? Not always. In many cases, only unused sets are washed. If the set is repackaged, there's no guarantee it's freshly laundered. Flight attendants have shared that they often just fold and rebag them between legs of a flight. If you're concerned about hygiene, bring your own travel blanket or compact pillow. Chapter 10. The seatback pocket is not your friend. It's a convenient place to stash your phone, book, or snack, but the seatback pocket is another germ hotspot. Flight crews rarely have time to clean them thoroughly, and they're often filled with used tissues, wrappers, and other trash left behind. Use a small travel pouch or crossbody bag for essentials, and avoid putting anything in the seat pocket that you might later touch with your hands or eat with. Chapter 11. The real reason you're asked to raise window shades during landing. It might seem like an odd request, but raising the window shade during takeoff and landing serves a purpose. If something goes wrong, emergency responders can quickly assess the situation from outside the aircraft. Open shades also allow your eyes to adjust to outside light levels, giving you a better sense of what's happening. It's a small thing that could make a big difference in an emergency. Chapter 12. Flight attendants, secret codes and clues. Flight attendants have their own codes and hand signals to communicate discreetly. You might see them touching certain parts of the galley or using buzzers in specific sequences. These often indicate turbulence warnings, unruly passengers, or a need for security checks. It's all designed to keep operations smooth without alarming passengers. So the next time your flight crew seems especially coordinated, you're probably witnessing some behind-the-scenes communication in action. Chapter 13. Why booking a certain row might save your life. While no seat on a plane is guaranteed to be the safest, some studies suggest that seats toward the rear of the plane have slightly higher survival rates in accidents. Middle seats in the back have shown better odds in crash investigations. That said, modern planes are statistically very safe. Still, if you're particularly anxious, choosing a seat near an exit and listening carefully to the safety briefing can give you more peace of mind, and possibly a quicker exit. Chapter 14. The secret of the Mile High Club. Smoke detector. Some passengers still believe they can sneak into the lavatory and do questionable things. But every airplane bathroom is equipped with a highly sensitive smoke detector, and some are even wired to alert the cockpit. You won't get away with lighting up, vaping, or anything else that triggers the sensor. In many cases, tampering with or disabling a detector is a federal offense. Best to leave those adventures for after the flight. Chapter 15. Turbulence isn't as dangerous as it feels, unless you're unbuckled. Turbulence can be scary, but modern aircraft are designed to handle it. Pilots often know when it's coming and adjust their course or altitude. The real danger comes when passengers ignore the seatbelt sign. Every year, dozens of people are injured because they weren't buckled in during sudden turbulence. Always keep your seatbelt fastened when seated, even if the light is off. It could save you from a nasty bump, or worse. Chapter 16. Avoid wearing contact lenses on long flights. If you wear contact lenses, think twice before keeping them in during a long flight. The air inside airplane cabins is extremely dry, usually under 20% humidity. That's much lower than most desert climates. This can quickly dry out your eyes, causing irritation, redness, or blurry vision. If you fall asleep with your contacts in, it gets worse. Many frequent flyers switch to glasses during flights or use moisturizing eye drops approved for contact use. Better yet, pack your glasses in your carry-on and swap them out after boarding. Chapter 17. Why you should eat light before flying. A heavy meal before flying might seem like a good way to relax or reward yourself, but it could lead to discomfort once you're in the air. Digestion slows down at altitude because of changes in pressure and lower oxygen levels. Combine that with limited movement and cramped seats, and you've got the perfect recipe for bloating or indigestion. Instead, eat something light, avoid excess salt, and skip carbonated drinks if you want to feel better during the flight. Also, bring healthy snacks in case the in-flight meal options aren't great. Chapter 18. The truth about in-flight announcements. Have you ever noticed that pilots often make vague announcements? We'll be experiencing some light turbulence, or we're just waiting for paperwork. There's a reason. Airline policy often encourages flight crews to avoid causing panic. Turbulence may sound light when it's actually moderate, or a mechanical issue might be described in the least alarming way possible. It's not deception. It's about keeping passengers calm. If you hear, "We'll be on the ground shortly," chances are there's been a delay or rerouting. Pay attention to patterns in announcements for insight into what's really happening. Chapter 19. How cabin pressure affects your body. The air pressure in an airplane cabin is equivalent to standing on a 6,000 to 8,000 foot mountain. That means your body is working harder to oxygenate your blood. It's one reason people feel tired, get headaches, or feel dizzy in flight. The lower pressure also makes gas in your body expand, so bloating and gassiness are more common, especially after eating certain foods. You might also notice swelling in your feet and ankles due to fluid retention. To help, stay hydrated, avoid alcohol, and move your legs regularly during the flight. Chapter 20. Why you shouldn't rely on in-flight Wi-Fi. In-flight Wi-Fi can be useful, but it's far from dependable. The connection is routed through satellites and can be slow, spotty, or cut off entirely over oceans or remote regions. Not all airlines offer the same service quality, and even on the same airline, performance can vary by aircraft. If you're planning to work or stream content during the flight, download everything in advance and avoid logging into sensitive accounts or making transactions mid-flight. The network is shared and more vulnerable to security risks. Flying doesn't have to be stressful if you know what to watch out for. These behind-the-scenes secrets can help you travel safer, smarter, and a little more comfortably. From avoiding that dirty tray table to understanding what really happens when the seatbelt sign is on, every small insight makes a big difference in your flying experience. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Epic Voyage for more travel hacks, flight tricks, and destination inspiration. Safe travels, and see you in the next video.